Looks like I'm live. Hey, Jason, how are you? Hold on, I gotta turn my fan down. Can't hear myself. I'm just posting an update that I'm home. I had an unexpected infection and had to go in the hospital Saturday morning. And I figured since I told everyone, I might as well let y'all know I'm home. Hi, Iron Fire Horse. I almost feel like Native Tears right now. My voice is very, very soft and weak. So I guess I've been through the ringer. But I tell you what, I just had the best goddamn shower. I ain't had a shower since Wednesday. I started getting sick shortly after Thursday night. And then I went all day Friday trying to figure out what the heck was wrong with me. And then it dawned on me Saturday morning. I was like, oh yeah, I had a procedure and I'm supposed to go to the hospital if I get a fever over 101 because there's always a risk of getting an infection when you have any kind of procedure. Thank you. So, if any of you saw my 20-minute long shit hit the fan story where I talked about having sepsis, I also mentioned if shit ever hits the fan, the best way to be prepared is to have family support, strong bonds. Well, I've learned another thing. If you ever have a huge, big, wonderful thing planned that you've been waiting for all year, make sure you put your procedure a week ahead later, just in case you get an infection. But luckily, my doctor says I'm fine. I can go to Kentucky. I can go see Grant and everyone else. And as long as I get better, if I'm feeling like I am today, of course not, but I am feeling a lot better. Insight Freedom. Hey, how you doing? I tell you what, it feels good to be home. I just had to be a good girl and say, hey, everybody, thank you for your support and your comments and your prayers and thoughts and well wishes and all that. I try to keep my health and personal stuff a little on the down low, I don't want my channel to be all about my lovely life of in the hospitals. But ever since last Thirsty Thursday on Grant Hubbard's channel, that's like the 7-day countdown to the big day, YouTubery number 3, YouTuber 3. So everyone's getting pumped, and we're all ready to meet up in Kentucky, and we have a little private hangout where everybody talks and keeps everyone up to date. Is everyone still going? Has anything popped up yet? And of course, I've got to stay. If I'm telling them, I might as well tell everyone else, hey, I'm in the hospital and I'm not doing good. But at least my most concern was I wasn't going to be able to make it, but it's looking good. My son is helping. He just, as you see, I got laundry hanging up to dry. So I didn't have to run down the stairs and back up the stairs 5 or 6 times. My son did my laundry for me. It wasn't completely dry, but big help. And as long as I be good and don't overexert myself, relax and eat healthy, I should make it just fine. And I'll have 3 people riding with me who can take turns driving, because it's going to be a 8-hour plus 3 extra hours to go pick people up and your pit stops and stuff. So it's going to be a long trip. It's going to be well worth it, though. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah, I got a good son, a really good son. I complain sometimes, but I'm real lucky to have him. Yeah. Gonna miss him when he's gone. He's gonna get an apartment maybe this year. No, I haven't got rid of the car yet. I was going to put it up for sale a week and a half ago, and a neighbor said they wanted to buy it. So I said, okay, I'll wait to put it up on the internet for sale for 1 week. I'll give you that chance. I don't expect, when someone gets excited and says, oh, whoa, a running car for $450, man, I would have bought it yesterday when I got paid. Will you hold on to it to me for next Friday? It's easy to get excited when you see something and then take the time to think it over and change your mind, but I still held it up. And now I'm ready to post it online, but I got in hospital. And now it's like, do I still put the car up and put up notifications that my car's for sale when I'm going to be in Kentucky? So it's kind of like, I might just wait to really sell the car next week. I'd like to get it sold before the insurance runs out on it too. Hey, Strong's Adventures, Richard Crabtree, how you doing? I'm glad to be home. Had the best shower ever. Man, I tell you what, I was afraid they were going to string me along all day in the hospital. Well, we still got to do this, we still got to do that. I tell you what, when the doctor came in and started telling me how the tests and everything, I started asking him questions, and he was ready to discharge me like, bam. It's like, now get the hell out of here. We need this room. Oh, man, it was like, hell yeah, but he's up here. Let me get ready. I got home just fine. I couldn't quite just lay down and relax, though. I needed that shower real bad. And as usual, you got to go to the drugstore. Whether you like it or not, you got to go get your antibiotics. Figured while I was doing that, I'd stop and pay my rent, but I'm cool. I can relax at home. All the rest of my bills I can pay online. Just sit back, eat healthy, tell the son what to do. Hey, I need the carpets vacuumed before I go. All I got to do is pack my bag for Kentucky, and I can wait till Wednesday. Yes, I'm still going to Kentucky, unless I just don't feel right. If I don't feel right, I won't. But it's looking good. A lot of people are going to be bummed that they missed the live stream, but hey, I just pop it up out of the blue. They can watch it later. Sorry. Glad you guys made it. Man, I can't believe that. A little stupid procedure that I didn't really need anymore got me really sick. It only happens, see, every time you go in for some kind of procedure, there's always risks involved, and they go over them. But there's always that one person that adds that little extra, oh, but that never happens, or that rarely happens. Every time they do that, they jinx me. Every time. Just read the paper. These are the risks, and leave it at that. If you say that never happens, I'm the one that it always never happens to. Vanessa Kitty, hi. No, I'm not shutting down just yet. I shut the live stream down when I run out of stuff to say. But yeah, I've always been different my whole life. Rare kidney disease, rare this, different body. So every time they say, "Oh, it's rare," well, that's for me then. But my hope is got everything taken care of, and no more nothing for the rest of the year. Just live life. Things happen. That's right. I had a cystoscopy. The hole next to the colonoscopy. Well, no, actually, the third one over. The pee hole scope. Check on my bladder. The VAGI. Oh, gastrointestinal. And I almost said gastrointestinal. Gastrointestinal. Hi, James. Good to see you too. Thanks. When am I leaving for Kentucky? Right now, I'm waiting for Aaron Nelson to call me back. The plan is to leave Friday morning at 4 a.m. and getting to Kentucky by 5 or 6 in the afternoon, evening. But if Aaron Nelson would be able to leave at 4 p.m. Thursday, 4 or 5 o'clock, we could get there after midnight, sleep a little, and enjoy the whole Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, rather than just Saturday and Sunday. So we'll see. I'll be taking a very long drive, but it's going to be so fun. I love going to Grant's and meeting up with Calvin and Chris and Adam and everybody. I love it. It's awesome that Bluefin will be there again. Always a great time meeting up with YouTube friends. At the same time, did they say hello to each other, Vanessa? Hello. I didn't. I've had the same, but not at the same time. Oh, yes, Dr. Vijay. I had this internal medicine doctor when I first got into the emergency room. Handsome fellow. But his name was a mile long name. They admit me upstairs to the hospital, and they got that dry erase board, my name, the doctor's name, the nurse's name, what day I got there, what day I leave, blah, blah, blah. Well, they had a short way of spelling this doctor's name, and it was, I want to put it in writing so you can see for yourself. I'm thinking slow, but I'm thinking. And anyways, when I saw that on my board, it was so tempting. I looked, and there's a bucket of markers right next to that dry erase board. And I wanted to add an extra J so bad. I almost did, just to put it on Hangouts. Record me. I told someone it was Dr. Vijay, and it was like, oh yeah, my wife's seen that doctor too. It wasn't of a JJ doctor, that's just his name, almost. Vanessa Kitty would have. Oh, I wanted to. I just couldn't get over that. I even asked one of the ladies, I says, you guys ever been tempted to call him Dr. Vajraju? She said yes. I'm not the only one. Oh, you asked for the DVDs, but they never let you have them. That's not fair. I'd want to see the inside. At least you wouldn't be watching a documentary of someone else's insides. It would be your own. Like that idea, Vanessa. You take a photo while waving a flag from me. Okay, Vanessa. You know, when the West, when they put the railroads from San Francisco, and I don't know if the other one started at New York or Philadelphia, but when the railroads met and they took those photos, it was amazing. But you'll notice something. They left out all the Chinamen. But that had to have been an epic day for the railroads to come together like that. Yeah, the view, my MRI in my head, that was cool. Hey Lynn, how are you? I can't wait to see you so soon. I can't wait, I can't wait. 365 Survivalist, hello. Found a lovely large piece of fatwood dripping. It lights right up. Right on. Oh, yeah, they go through the nose for a lot of interesting surgeries. Just they do. Oh, strong. That would have been cool. Man, how cool would that been? But I'm sure they just laughed. I would have done it. Hell yeah. That'd be an interesting thing to do. I wonder if anyone's done that yet. I'd sit through and watch. Hell, that'd be fun talking to each other in the chat while that's going on, especially if you knew the person. Whoa! Oh, that'd be a riot. Going on my first solo camping trip this weekend. I'm planning on making a campfire gumbo meal out there. Hopefully it turns out as I'm thinking it will. Awesome, Jason. Awesome. Solo camping. I almost went camping last year, right at the tail end of summer. I was like, I just finally got into shape. And that's when my most recent shit hit the fan story happened. So I'm getting back on track again. I will get there. I will be back camping again. I will be healthy again, no matter how long it takes. I'm going to feel my age. It just might take a while. Keep doing what the doctors tell me to do. Happy for you, Jason. That's cool. All by your lonesome. That's the best way, too. It's funny, though, when you're by yourself camping, the littlest critters will scare you sometimes. They make such big noise. Yeah, do a live stream while undergoing a colonoscopy. Exactly. That would be the bomb. That would be fun to be in a chat for that. Broseph Russell, what's up, homie? How the heck are you? My voice is a little weak, but I might not be able to talk too long. They put some heavy duty intravenous antibiotics through me, I tell you what. When I got to the hospital and they saw how high my heart rate was and my temperature, and I explained to them, I'm familiar with septic shock and septicemia, and I knew I had it. That's the first time I heard them talking on their walkie-talkies, and I said, "Oh, is that a new thing?" She says, "No, honey. No, I was like code blue or something like that. They had everyone coming in to take care of me." So I waited well, I could have waited too long, but I didn't. Still could have gone in a little sooner. Took me a little while to figure what was going on. Andrew Hondo, how you doing? Just got home from picking up the kids, says Bruce Russell. Ooh, hedgehog. Thought someone was following me in the woods. Oh man. Getting utility trailer soon, camp out. Ooh, cool. Back in '97, Rich Crabtree had a knee replacement. The doctors asked me if I wanted to record. I said, hell yeah, it was a trip to see the inside. Oh, how cool. Yeah, I'm glad I caught it fast too. Mind and wider pink material. Oh, cool. That had to have been cool to see. I was lucky. Oh, you just got home from work? I was lucky that my stepfather was an RN in the hospital where I had my son at. So I was a lucky few who got my childbirth recorded. And it wasn't nothing gory or nothing like that. You didn't see like through the tunnel or anything like that. It had covers over me and everything. But I feel very fortunate to have my birth on tape. And of course, that was back in the VHS days. That's cool when you get to see that stuff. Yeah, I won't be, I think I got maybe 3 or 4 minutes on my voice. Yeah, I remind myself, I see Native Tears D come pop up sometimes, and she talks so soft and careful, and that's how I feel right now. I can kind of relate to how she feels sometimes. Yeah. I'm really happy I got that part over with, and I'm glad I realized what was going on. And yeah, if you ever notice yourself not right and you're burning up, not only check your temperature, but remember this: if you keep wanting to go lay back down in bed, even though you got to go up in the bathroom, you got to go up get a drink of water, but you just keep wanting to run back and lay down, and it's been going on a little too long, don't go back to bed. Go to the doctor. That's usually when something's pretty bad. Since I've experienced that before. But yeah, it popped in my head. I was like, oh, I better check my temperature. I had that procedure. And I didn't know where my thermometer was. And luckily, I saw it just as I was going back to bed. And luckily, I picked it up and took my temperature before I went back to bed. Because it's just tempting when you're sick like that to just go lie back down. And if you keep doing that, you might not wake back up. Oh, it didn't record it. It's cool you had your kids at home. Ah, I love old VHS. I think I've got almost every VHS done now and in the computer. I still just have to sit through and pick some more stuff out. I still have some really good stuff on uh, 8mm tape. I still gotta get you can either get the VHS that the 8mm tape will fit in, which is really expensive, or you can just buy a really old 8mm recorder that works, because mine doesn't, and just wire it into your DVD player. And then you can put it onto a DVD and then into your computer. And I will do that someday, because I got some really cool stuff. I don't know if any of you know what a Nessus Sphinx moth is, but I managed to capture one on 8mm. I almost captured one last Tuesday, I think it was. I went out and found a ton of wild asparagus, and I was following a Nessus Sphinx moth. They're very cool. At first, it looks like a bumblebee, and then you realize it doesn't. It doesn't look like a moth either. And it's got this long, curly Q nose, and it flies like a hummingbird. Oh, those are so cool. It's so hard to get them on tape, though. Oh, that's cool, Vanessa. That's so cool. Oh, I was going to ask you, Andrew Honda, what happened to them all. Yeah, that's a bummer, because you can remember things, but having it actually there is like, oh, you can't remember it all. And it's just, the next one I'm working on is my VHS series, if I can get around to it. I still haven't got a stop motion vid out yet. I'm starting on my next VHS. It's about when I lived out in the country where I had a couple ponds and cows and chickens. and we had a lot of flying squirrels, and I want to show a little bit about that because it's fun watching the flying squirrels come in at night. They're like a white square. They just come, they're like shooting stars. They just come from one tree and they come to the main tree where the bird feeder is. And you just watch them come from everywhere. And they land and then they all start running and they're really fast up and down a tree. And my folks from California were visiting. And I've got it on tape where my dad's recording with his camera. And I'm like, hey, Dad, it's time, you know, and I set them up in lawn chairs around the tree. And I sat them there so they could watch the flying squirrels come in to feast, because that's when they come out as the sun is going down. The flying squirrels start coming in. That's pretty cool to capture that. Two funerals, 5 generations, my mom, great. Oh, that's so cool. Oh. Not too many people do have flying squirrels, and believe it or not, most people hate them because they get in their house and damage stuff. Since I've had flying squirrels, I can actually recognize one once in a while going down the road. It's impossible almost to catch them, but if you've had them and you're driving down the road, you recognize that flash of white square at a certain angle going from one tree to another. It's really cool, but they're not everywhere. They're only in certain places. Finn Outdoors, thank you. Thank you so much. Photo of a broken arm, 4 years old. You have had such an interesting life, Vanessa. Using the cast as a bat. Yeah, regular squirrels. When I first moved into this home, renting, they had open spots in 2 corners of the house. One side the birds were nesting in, the other side you could hear squirrels running around. And I've heard that squirrels would chew on wires, and that's how most house fires happen. So I immediately raised a fit. You gotta fix that shit now. You don't need no critters and shit running around in your house. It's not good. Leave a lot of doo-doo too. I had to move out of a house down in Athens, Michigan, in an old village. There's a lot of old houses there, and they all got bats. And that bat guano collects, and it leaks, and it causes respiratory infections. I had to move out of a home. That was the home I lived in my shit hit the fan story. I was living in a very sick home. Bats can make you pretty sick. Wilbur! How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Movies. Thank you. Thank you. I am feeling better, Hondo. I was surprised though when I got home how soft and weak my voice is though. Yeah. You got a lot of them flying squirrels? Cool. Yeah, a lot of disease in the bat guano. I had a really nice garage in that house, built-in garage, but my car would get a nice thin layer, a nice little coating of that stuff. Had to get out of there. Yeah. Yeah. Being on immunosuppressants wouldn't be good to be living in around a house with bats. I'm doing great too. Yep, my infection stayed mostly in the bladder, didn't get too much into the blood, didn't make its way into my heart, my brain, my spine, like the last time. The last time I got septicemia real bad, this is the 3rd time now. I caught it quick, but it was a different bug, and it happened fast, and I was vomiting and everything. But When I got to the hospital, I swear I laid there for 24 hours before they took that catheter out for dialysis. It was just this tube full of pus. It took, I don't know why they waited so long, but I remember laying at that hospital with a fever of 104 and a heart rate of 141 for way too long. And during that time, I got a little bit of Dame branage, that's what I call it, and degeneration in the disc of my back, and that's why I walk with a cane. But yeah, you got to get to that stuff right away because the infection spreads throughout your body. So far, I've gotten better. I think my brain is back to normal, but I was the best speller in school. And after that second bout of sepsis, I had trouble spelling. Nobody, anytime I talked about it, no one really, oh, it's age, it's age. No, this happened overnight. This was, yeah, but I don't think I struggle with it as bad now. I've kind of relearned. But it's crazy how infection can spread. I don't know if any of you have watched Little House on the Prairie or some of them old westerns where people get an infection. They cut that shit right out of just cut it right out because there's no hospitals. And you start going cuckoo la la, you know. Infection can spread fast, dangerous. Gotta go to the kidney doctor next week. I might be going, oh, you might be going back on dialysis. I hope not. It might make you feel better, so maybe I hope so. But hopefully you're not doing too bad there. I wonder how my squirrels are doing. I'm usually out there feeding them all the time. But then again, they just had babies and there's a lot of food out there. They probably don't miss me feeding them. Yeah, sepsis can get to your head. Gotta act quick. Crazy. Well, I love y'all. I'm supposed to be resting, which I'm doing, and talking and loving it. But I'm just gonna take it easy, watch some videos. I think there was a documentary on that nutbag Donald Trump I was gonna finish watching. Sorry, supporters, but I think he's a dingbat. I'm gonna go watch some stuff. I think my laundry's pretty much dry. Yeah, I'm gonna put that away. I gotta make sure my laundry's ready so when I go to Kentucky. So put my laundry away, get me a nice little blankie, get comfortable, and watch some tube and shut my trap and take it easy. Had my shower and I feel so much better. Thank you, Wilbur. Andrew Hondo had him an infection 4 years ago. Oh, almost died. Neighbors found me laying on the floor, called the hospital. Good for them. My parents found me walking around like a little puppy and tried to take me home, make me feel better. Damn near waited too long to take me to the hospital. Glad somebody found you there, Andrew. Very glad. Glad you're still with us. Infection is no bueno. Thank you, Iron Fire Horse. I'm going to pop a chill pill. I've got my antibiotics going. And thank you all for coming. And for those of you who missed it, it's all right. We got it on recording. I know you came. Thank you all for watching who aren't in the chat. Thank you, Andrew Hondo. I'm going to have lots of fun at YouTubery, and I think everyone's going to cater to me. I'm going to take it easy and try not to run around back and forth all the time. Take it easy. I'm going to sit dark matter on my lap and let him drive all the way down there. I'll just relax. That's all right, Iron Fire Horse. I'm surprised I put it up, but I figured it had a good message, and thank you for watching that. I appreciate all your comments and supports. Big hugs. Thanks, everybody, and hey, you will see me again on the road live with a couple of crazy people in the car, probably Thursday or Friday, and I'll probably pop up live at Grant's house on my channel for Fatwood Anonymous this weekend. So I will see you then from YouTubery. Y'all take care. Thanks again. Bye, Jason. Bye, Dark Matter. Bye, Iron Fire Horse, Wilbur, everyone here. Take care. Bye.